Hi, my name is Rafael Gomes and my nickname is Gomex. I'm co-organizer and organizer of events here in Brazil. Today, I will talk about how to grow local DevOps community without funding, how we handled it here in Brazil. Here's the agenda, we can see in the slide. The DevOps Days started in Brazil 2010. Based on the comment of the organizers, this DevOps Days was a kind of failure because they didn't have the expected amount of people attending this event this year. I think maybe that Brazil was not prepared to receive this kind of event. This event happened 1 year after the first DevOps Days in the world. 2009 was in Ghent, and 2010 we had here in Brazil. We started the DevOps Days in 2016 in Porto Alegre. I was living there that time. We created a team to organize this event. We started doing the baby step idea, and then that time we had 140 people attending this event just to sponsor, giving us money, and two sponsors without any money. They gave us paying travel expensive and so on. And one year next, we had the DevOps Days in Salvador. Salvador is the capital of Bahia, and Bahia is one state of the North region. The North region, they have less money than South. Porto Alegre in the South, and Brazil is the Northwest. And then we did that event 1 year after, and then we had 90 attendants in that time. Two sponsors without any money. All the money that we used to organize this event was from the subscription. I am from Salvador, and that time I was here back to do the event in the north. Here are the challenges that we have, and then how we handle it when we started. The first challenge was Brazil is huge. You can see here Brazil in purple and the Europe behind. This is a kind of problem that we cannot solve, that we just need to handle it. The next challenge was we didn't have a company to handle all the financial process, to handle the money, to receive money and share to the organization of the cities in Brazil. And then we had two options. The first one was the best option that we had. We're still doing that these days. We used the ticket system company to receive money and then share with the organization. It's completely legal and worked well, and is still doing that today. The second option was made by the organization from Brazilian city. The Brasilia is the capital of Brazil. And this event happened 2 times, and then they didn't organize it anymore because they have a lot of issues with this kind of organization. They built a company to handle money, and then they have a lot of problem with that because the bureaucracy is too high. Just one idea, to shut down company here in Brazil is really expensive and bureaucratic, right? That was really bad idea, and then I advised you don't do this anymore. The next challenge was building a mutual trust with companies. When we started DevOps Days here in Brazil, the company didn't know what this means. And because of that, we need to establish the idea, and then we just show the tool. After that, we can have help it back, right? And then we did that, and the company started to help us sending employees, pay to speakers to talk and events and so on. The next challenge was no money to start. When some organization from some city start events, they didn't have any money to start, and because of it, we created a kind of group and Telegram to share money, to share ideas, to help each other. With some events have extra money, they can share with other events to help them to start and do other things. The one good thing that we did here was we created idea to funding underrepresented people to give a talk in another cities, because we have really good people, black women, black men, and LGBT people and so on, but they didn't have a possibility to pay the expensive travel. And then we created this group to help these people to represent these underrepresented group on DevOps Days. Did that, we have a lot of good representation among the events that we had here in Brazil. The next challenge was a few good people talking about DevOps. To solve that, we create a list with people that they have company behind that can pay these expenses. And with this list, we can share with the new cities to offer good speakers to attend, to be invited to do the talk. When we had these good speakers there, other companies can see the events with another eyes, and then it was really good to do that. And this worked really well here in Brazil. Just one example, Mateus Product gave 10 talks in the same year. Thank you, Mateus. Another challenge is how to handle market without money and people. And we use it again, the same Telegram chat to help on that. We create a market strategy, and when something happened like coffee paper and one event is starting and so on, we create a strategy to share on this group, and then all the organizers share and they social medias, and this worked really well. And when some city that they don't have enough attention, when another organizer that have some people with some expression on Brazil, they can have attention on this new city. It was really good and it worked really well. And we paid a Facebook too, but it didn't work well, as we can see here. And the next challenge was no money to sponsor people for other countries. To pay travel expenses inside Brazil is really expensive. To pay for another country is really, really, really huge. We cannot afford it. This is a problem that we still didn't. This is a problem that we still didn't fix it. We still have this problem. We know how good is share knowledge between countries, but yeah, we don't have money to that, unfortunately. São Paulo already have foreign speakers, but yeah, another country is not possible, unfortunately. Here is the list of achievements. The first one is we create a really huge community. Now we can say that because of DevOps Days in Brazil, now we are talking DevOps Day about DevOps culture in a lot of cities. We create a lot of meetups, a lot of local community. We didn't concentrate on São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. We create a really huge community in a lot of cities around Brazil. And the second one is the people from outside the big center is talking about DevOps too. Because it's really common here in Brazil to all the good events just happening on the São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. People outside the big center, now we are talking about the DevOps culture. We are talking about the DevOps cultures, not only about the tools. This was really good because in the DevOps event, we started to talk about that. The DevOps was not only about tools. And one good thing that we had here was that when we started thinking about the social impact of this kind of event. We started to think about how women we had, how black people we had, how poor people we had, all these things. When we started to think about that. And then this was really, really, really good that time. The third one is we are changing the people's life because offering knowledge about this new thing this DevOps, we are offering better opportunity to other people. We are offering opportunity to people outside the big center to get this knowledge and then get a better jobs. Getting a better jobs, they can get more money. They can get more money to their family, and then we can kind of help these lives, right? And here, as you can see, the current status that I have. We started in 2016 with 2 events, Porto Alegre and Brasilia, and then the next year we have 3, and then the next year we have 11, and then in the next year we have 14. As you can see, I added South and North and Northwest region, you can see, and when with in each year we focus to increase the amount of events happening in this region without funding, without money, without good jobs. Because doing that, we are doing a kind of sharing knowledge, sharing opportunity with these cities, and this helped a lot. I can see that here in Salvador, we can talk about the technology community before DevOps Days and after DevOps Days. We helped a lot of people here. We had a lot of people talking about how much they learn about DevOps technology after DevOps Days happened here. It was really, really good. And in this year that we are talking about, we just have 2 or 3 DevOps because it is a completely different year. And then we didn't have enough DevOps Days happen this year, unfortunately. The next step is, first, increase our presence on North and Northeast. That's not good yet. We are trying to increase that number. The second one is increase DevOps Days on other cities than capitals, because it's really easy, not easy, it's a little bit easy to do DevOps Days in the capitals because they have more company and so on. But we need to do outside capitals too, because outside capital is better because we can offer more knowledge to the other people than capital, because capital normally an easy place to have events, right? And to pay travel between cities in the same state is still expensive to some people. The next step is founding local meetups to help local community, because the local meetup normally they don't have money to afford the things, and then we're trying to offer money to local DevOps too. And then another is invite good speaker abroad to help us, because we know when we invite people outside Brazil, we can share knowledge. It is really good. And the last one is increase our participation on other countries in Latin America. And we are trying to be there on other countries and invite them to be here to exchange experience and knowledge about DevOps. But doing that is really expensive because of it we didn't do. And here I need to talk about everyone that helped me to build this huge community. I didn't build this alone. I did it with a lot of people around Brazil. We started in Porto Alegre, but this community grew in a lot of cities, and then I received a lot of help. I want to say thank you to everyone that helped me to do that. I need to say a special thank you to Somatório that helped me from the first day. And the first day he was there, helped me to build this amazing community. This helped on DevOps Days Porto Alegre 2016. Even in that time, Somatório was not member of organization team. He was there as attendee, and then he started to help without we ask him. He's an unbelievable guy, and I want to say a special thank you to Somatório, and I want to say a special thank you to everyone that helped me to build this amazing community. And now it is, right? Now it is with this huge community, helping a lot of people. We had a lot of people talking about the good things, trying to help each other, trying to help everyone on these bad times here in Brazil. Thank you very much. And now you can see my contact, you can see my blog, you can see my Twitter. My nickname is Gomes. You can find me on Twitter, Gomes on Twitter, and Gomes on GitHub and LinkedIn, and here's my email. Thank you. I see you in the next DevOps Days in some city. If you're gonna come to Brazil, send me an email, and then we can figure out. See you. Bye bye.